I understand at that time. We just that's why like for us, okay, sit back, and then the management were telling us that okay, we're gonna waive of that the one that month, right? We just understand, but on the late fee, we just I don't get it. Why do we need to charge on late fee? Which is because late is because of you guys, right?
Okay, so what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that, yes, based on the contract, you're supposed to pay late fees.
Correct.
You were not charged for
We waived-
those
we
ones, so
waived-
they were waived
We waived about $900 in late fees.
in late fees,
Alright.
so you didn't have to pay that.
Okay,
The-
no,
the
I'm sorry,
previous
I
company-
just don't understand. Yeah. Mhm.
You were reimbursed, $1,700 in the, portable, for the portable AC
Right,
units.
that we bought it. Yes.
You were waived
Correct.
that amount also.
Uh-huh.
Also,
Yes, so.
So right now, my question is how much that we owe. I know for sure that we still have two.
September and October.
So 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. that we-
You incurred in September late fees, and
Right.
in October you also have incurred
Okay.
late fees.
Okay.
so we have two months of rent are owed, and the management company is no longer here. So
Right,
That's why
so
we're
that's-
trying,
that's
that's why
why,
we're
yeah,
trying
I
we're trying to work with you guys.
Okay,
And we want you to be successful now.
Yeah.
If you guys are planning to close, we can talk about that in a minute, but
Okay.
there's 2 months of rent that are owed, right?
Correct, and as far as the notifications, it was, I don't see it as bullying, we were just trying to, have a conversation where, the board could, hear your side and maybe negotiate something as far as as far as the restaurant, the restroom, the additional storage.
Yeah.
Which they had no idea about, I had to let them know.
Yes.
The previous management company did,
Right.
but they did not, so I had to let them know about
Correct.
that.
Okay.
So that had to be discussed.
Yeah,
with
so we're
them.
not saying you owe us so much for those storage that you're using all these months. We
Yeah.
found out about it. No, So
Right.
2 months of rent is what is owed.
What is it? Okay. So we
So-
just like
so-
last month and this month, right?
Yes.
That's it. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
now, also, we had to contract somebody to pay, to do
Grease trap?
the grease trap, to clean it up.
What company did you call, by the
It
way?
was, I believe it was Chavarria.
Because I had been trying to call them for the past 3 days when you had told me about it.
Mhm.
The day prior, before you told me about it, and the day
They,
of.
they did it that same day when we called them.
Yeah, and that's why I called them and told them about the situation.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so that we have the invoice.
Okay, yeah.
And, we have something else, it's on the memo, I can't remember, I didn't bring it,
So right now we own two month rents and also the grease trap that we have.
The
owned
grease
for that,
trap,
Yes.
late fees for those 2 months,
Late fee for
it's
those 2 months. Okay.
$160
Uh-huh.
each month.
And also here it says a balance of $520 from August rent. We don't understand that part either, because Sarah came in to the restaurant, asked us for the specific amount that we wrote out to you all. And I voted there right there and then, because she was
Yeah,
saying that you all were throwing me eviction, so I voted there. And then, I don't know, a month later, this comes in with the $520.
That
That
was
we
a
owe.
balance from Capstone, that was not covered, even after them waiving, those amounts.
That's from their financials, they sent it
Yes.
to us like that, they said they did credit your checks, and they said that there was still $520.
Balance.
So I don't know if that's because of maybe some partial payments, and they kinda try to give us as much information, they gave us your payment from November, December, January, February, March, April, but then that's where in May, June, July, I think that's where, May and June were also late, so then they credited the 7,130. Then they gave you another adjustment of the 1,700, but that still gave us, and then your payment of 4,000. So you gave a $4,461 with 1 cent payment. Then those credits that they adjusted, you still had a 520. Now, again, this is what was given to us from the management company.
Right.
So, it might have been in transition when you paid, maybe some late fees still were being, attested to, but that's the 520 is what we got as your outstanding balance, and then we started September and October charging you.
So you guys are planning, you're gonna close, or what, I mean, again, we wanna work with you and want you to be successful.
Like,
What
it's hard to
what
tell.
are you guys gonna do?
Like we still right now we're just working. We just like save cost of employee, at least like we working. We're still operating because like we put a lot of effort into this building, and then like it's sad. It's just a year anniversary because we still want to be here. It's just a matter of like right now like this, you know, like
There's a lot of things that are crippling us.
exactly. And then
Like
like
that AC
yesterday, for example,
situation.
yesterday also had we had to close early and then open a little bit later because the electrical. I know for sure that you guys
Do
work
y'all
on
know
that
what
certain
that
building,
was?
right?
Apparently that was AEP. It wasn't just to, and unfortunately, we did, I mean, we got some calls and, AEP didn't let us know. So we still haven't gotten the answer from AEP on what happened,
I
but it wasn't
know.
just your building.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
it was
I
I
other
know,
buildings.
and then some
And-
couple we have customer coming in, we have to cancel because we can't operate without, you know, like
Yeah.
just
What's
anything
AP?
properly.
AEP?
Power for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
The company that does the electricity, it wasn't us, it was the.
Yeah. So we understand, like, every single time, like, we
Do it
always
have
have
anything
to.
to do with the building that you all are working on now?
No,
No.
nothing at all. It wasn't just,
Is all the,
it was the whole block plus, other blocks.
Right.
'Cause I know you all are doing some stuff for that building that you all
Southern,
are, the
no,
Southern
but-
Hotel.
No.
Oh, that has nothing to do.
I didn't think they
with
work
it.
on something.
Are we expected to see any
They
things
fixed it.
happen because of that building?
That's separate,
No.
it's a separate project. It has nothing to do with Hamilton. It's not
Yeah.
connected with
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Separate connections, separate power lines, separate everything.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, we just try to work and make it happen. But if not, then because like someday, literally, because right now we got a lot of complaint. We got survey out there. We put a survey out after 1 year anniversary. What did you guys don't like about coming out to Laredo, right? And then we get majority is parking situation that we have.
Right.
Problem is it's just like I love the food. Like that's the majority what we get. This is like fact that we get from customer. I love the food, love the service, but the only thing I hate the driving down here. We got traffic, stuck on the train, and then cannot find a parking area. That's majority. And in the lunchtime, majority, a lot of city workers take all the space already, which is like we can't get it. I mean, maybe people work down here. That's what I mean by that. So a lot of customer cannot come to lunchtime. All we just get around here because sometimes we do have rush hour, sometimes we don't. So that's why it's been very difficult and challenging to come to downtown. And then sadly, majority of the business that I saw that come together already closed down. And then we don't want to be one of them as well. We just still kind of like working out. That's why we try everything, whatever we have to let it go. But at this point, it become difficulty because we also lost our cash flow, which is that week that we closed it down. Which is at the beginning we always start with very small amount of capital to start with small business. We don't have much, right? But at that week, the week that busy supposed to be busy the most for us, and then we got canceled a lot of graduation that week, everything because of
Like you saw our financials.
exactly that week because of that it's tripled for us a lot. And then after that it's been slow, which is we already know. A lot of friends already told me like been open a restaurant in Laredo, you need to save up money because that month a lot of people like when the school closed they're out of town, everything out of town, you just need to. But we don't know it's gonna hit that hard. Like literally for us it makes super like bad that month. That's why it's been triple until now. So that's why we kind of like decided if we can continue, like literally it's like at the beginning we were talking about, I know for sure you can't give us the money, that money that we lost, obviously I know that for sure. But is there any way we can negotiate, like at least rent lower it down until they reach the number also? That's what we're asking for. But if not, then meaning unfortunately we have to close it down. Like that's sadly like we can keep going because obviously we have to pay this right on top of that, and then this is the month coming up also. That's what we kind of like.
I think for that, you already got a concession of the 2 months, which is over
Which was changed from
$6,000.
at a $30,000.
No, like 2 months. It's 2 months that you give us. That 2 months was literally because of 3 months in order for you guys.
It was a month and a half.
No, it was
They
2
told us-
months and a half.
2 months
Actually,
actually.
yes.
Okay, so but what my understanding is it was like 3 months in order for you guys to get the AC fixed, right?
It didn't take us 3 months to fix it.
No, I
No.
don't believe that was the case.
No,
But
no,
we,
it
again, we
wasn't.
don't have all that
Correct,
from
correct. But it was,
not
but it was
that.
3 months. The month, that first month, we told her that AC is not working, but because the weather like this, so you don't feel anything as much inside. Like everything, like AC is still working though, like working, but it's not as hot because the weather outside is good. But after that, I'm not sure, to be honest, like what month, but the second month, third month, that's the heat that's the most. It was like over 100 degree, over 100 degree. Outside it was 95. Yeah, and I do take a video, take a employee, like literally everybody, like we try everything. Put the fan in, put the AC, the one affordable AC thing, and that's the
Do
time.
you still have those portables?
We still have, yes, we still have
Because
affordable.
those belong to.
Yes, yes, we keep it downstairs, the storage downstairs, which is like, I know it belong to you guys now, so we still keep that one downstairs. And yes, so those 3 months, that's why I understanding is 2 month wave, 2 month and a half wave because of that, to get to the process, right? But, and then the second, the week that you got closing, I know you guys try to save money on that, but the whole week, they told us at that time we don't open Monday, Tuesday yet. So 2 days, they told us only Monday, they coming to do it Monday, Tuesday. That's what they inform us. And then when I come at nighttime on Tuesday night, it was like everything struggled, like literally you can't open. And that's why I start make a post like right away. So like, oh, unfortunately, this AC is still working on it. We might close until further notice. And then they take the whole month, the whole week off. Like literally the whole week. They finish on Sunday night, I believe, Sunday night. That's what, a Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, that's why I have all information, which is I already post on social media too. So on the Sunday, that's the time that I came with all employee to clean, big cleaning day, which is clean all the dust, everything that what they did on that day. That's my understanding, which is like 30K that 20K that we lost, which is that week that we lost. It's not nothing that compare. You say, oh, I waited already 2 months and a half and I'm done. Which is like, yes.
So that week that you, and we understand and we have sympathy and we're trying to
Correct,
reach to some, where we can meet halfway.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting from you is that particular week that you closed, like, which was 4 or 5 days, because that's how many days you operate during the week.
Yes.
You lost $20,000.
Correct.
But prior to that, even though with the problems with the air AC,
Mhm.
those 2 months and a half that you were waived,
Yes.
the rent, you
Yeah.
still generated and you still operated and you got revenues. And those revenues,
Yeah.
would you say that if it was on a regular week, you put 20, you lost 20, so how much money did you make during those weeks that you didn't pay rent, water, gas, utilities, no rent, no utilities, and you still operated and you still managed to
operated,
bring
but
some income? Because
Correct.
it was literally income revenue, because you didn't have any expenses during those 10 weeks that you did not pay rent. So you're saying that 1 week cost you 20, so how much did you make on those 10 weeks that you did really was all revenue?
Yes, but we
It's
also
kinda like the
we
numbers
also
don't-
lost a customer during that week too. We didn't make fully.
No,
because-
you didn't, but if you
Correct.
lost 20 and you
Yeah.
were partially working with no expenses, you must have really had some type of revenue
Yes.
that would help you recoup that week that you didn't make money. Because if you're saying 1 week you lost 20,
Right.
so to me, I would think that even at a lower capacity or lower with issues that you had for the previous 10 weeks, you had to have some type of income. 'Cause
Yeah,
if
the
you couldn't
income,
have-
but we
you
just
didn't
like-
shut down, you operated.
Well, we operated, that is correct, and then we operated, but the thing is, we're not gonna make, yes, we make some revenue because obviously we're not paying for 2 months, right? We make
Correct.
some, yes,
It was
but it's
income,
not,
revenue.
it's nothing compared to 1 week, the whole shutdown, that's what the whole
How
point
can
is.
you say that you lost 20 in 1 week and then you know,
Well,
you didn't?
we showed you the
The financial, yeah,
finances that we lost.
You
correct.
sell over $4,000 a day?
What is that?
You sell over $4,000 a day then?
Yes, definitely, because like usually that week, it
Or
was
how much is profit of the 4,000? I think you
How-
gotta pay materials and you pay employees and which you didn't spend.
It's not much profit,
So
because
you
we
don't-
pay for
you don't-
employees, we pay for all our supplies
Yeah,
daily, we
I
pay
can
for-
show you like, it seemed like yes a lot, but restaurant obviously like you can see like all the what I call it, all the acceptances, everything go to the employee, go to the tax and everything. Those 20K is not like a net profit. It's total gross income, but the thing is like, the tax, everything, we left us maybe like 1 or 2,000, that's all we left us.
So you actually
Which is-
lost 2,000, not
Exact-
20,000.
Was it repeated
You
again?
lost 2,000, not 20.
No, he said they made, they stayed with 2,000.
Yes.
Which is just go 2,000.
Because out of those 20, they're
Yeah.
saying maybe they keep 1 or 2,000. Because they didn't open.
Yeah, they should only count profit.
Profit, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not including expenses, because for those days you
Operated,
did,
that's the
for that,
point, they
for those
still
days that you
operated.
closed, you didn't have any expenses either. So, you know, if you're saying you would have earned 20,000, but if you would have opened, you would have had expenses of
Employees,
16,000 or,
Food,
you know,
maintenance, cleaning.
yeah.
So that's why I'm going back to the 10 weeks that they didn't pay rent, but even if it was minimum that you
There would have been
generated
some type
and
of
the
rent.
expenses were,
What if we pay rent back, but you guys can generate 20K back? Is that possible to do that?
No.
Because obviously, yes, you cannot. That's exactly like the situation nobody asking to happen, obviously. And then me the same thing. I'm operating business. I have to think about this one first because like if it's this one, I could get those 20K back. Obviously, we get back and then we pay you normally. But the thing is, this happened and then this is happened. It's nobody
Unfortunately,
asking for.
You know, these $20,000, they're hypothetical. I mean,
That's
there's
what you guys,
no.
that's what you guys estimate that you
Yeah,
lost.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's an estimate,
Yeah.
so we don't know what.
That's it, yeah.
So I guess the bottom line, can you guys pay us the 7,000 that you owe us, yes or no?
No, never.
No? Okay, then can we just, maybe what we should do is, you guys are already thinking of closing,
Yeah.
let's just break the lease.
Okay.
You guys owe us $7,000, let's, pay us.
Okay.
And that way you don't pay all the way through
2025.
25, which
Yes.
would cost you guys another 50,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And again, we're trying to be flexible and we want you to be successful, but if you're saying, we're not gonna make it, we're thinking of closing already, you already owe us 2 months.
Yeah.
Why stay open another 2 or 3 months and then now you owe us 10,000, 12,000, whatever? Maybe what we can do
Okay.
is just break the lease and say, you know what, you guys, November 1st, yeah,
Okay.
you're out, but you still owe us 7,000, we need to collect,
Yeah.
we collect rent from everybody else, we can't say, well,
Yeah.
you know where we're coming from?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe that's the solution. I'm just one
Yes.
person, I need the other board members to tell me what they think, but again, we've been trying to be flexible from the very beginning, we've tried to, charge you lower rent or whatever to make,
It's
let
not
you guys
lower,
make it.
to be honest, it's
So-
not lower for the rent if downtown with the traffic. We searching on the north side, exactly the same with
That's
us.
it.
With light and water included?
Like, well, they're not
Utilities?
included,
No,
yeah,
no.
but is it gonna be more or less, but you know for sure you're gonna make more money. You know what I mean? Because of,
A lot
more
more
traffic.
more
Traffic,
visibility up there.
yeah, like.
But we get that it's 3,000 down here because you all pay for all the.
Electrical, water,
So
yeah,
basically
So-
just paying utilities.
Yeah, so basically,
yeah.
you guys think you could probably do better on the north side, and we want you to be successful. If it's not gonna work here, then I think we should break the lease.
Yeah.
You don't pay us anything else going forward, November 1st, you're out.
Sounds good.
And,
But getting current.
But,
Yeah.
Getting
current, pay us what you owe us.
Yeah.
And we'll waive the late fees, just pay us what you owe us, and that way you pay 2 months, yeah, and you guys can look forward to, focusing on
When you do
being
it.
successful in the north if you want.
I would, yeah.
Again, we want you to be successful. We need to have a motion to do that if you guys agree. Will that work for you guys?
Enough day.
We'll have to pay rent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You just need to
Pay the
pay,
rent and-
just pay us our 2 months of
And
rent.
the cleaning, and there's 2 invoices that are owed also.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grease trap.
Those
The
are
grease
on.
traps is $500 and some dollars.
or what do you
There's
have
another
to
one.
counter that, like Mr.
So
Gonzalez,
I think there's.
motion, like proposal?
I guess, yeah, we have no choice, to be honest.
No, you
Just,
have a choice. What's your offer? What's
We
your?
don't, I already give my offer, which is you guys not accept that
I
offer.
mean, we're not gonna give you $20,000.
Oh, no, yeah, obviously not, yeah, but it's,
You're talking about lowering rent.
yeah, but,
We need a minute to think about this.
But like lower rent, I mean, how much were you thinking, or, because you gotta remember that utilities and water and
Right.
services are included on the.
Which is one of the reasons that the board wanted to discuss the hours, of operation, because the more hours you know, the more electricity is used, you know, the more water, so.
Yeah, because when we first were thinking about, even before we opened,
Mhm.
before, once we signed the lease, we had talked about that because I was concerned. We saw that on the contract, and we had discussed like, oh, is this for us or is this the management hours? And you all had said it was for the management hours, not for us. We can operate to whatever time that we applied for, which was
8 a.m. to
Five.
5 p.m. They have on the list
No,
somewhere.
that was the operating hours for the restaurant.
Yeah, we-
For the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
8 to 5.
8 to
That's
5.
how they left it.
Yeah, that's how, you know,
That's
that's how it was, so
that's
if
what
it needed to
we just
change.
answered at the beginning.
Yeah,
we
that was our biggest
concern.
we definitely split that one. Like literally, it was like there's no another restaurant open at 8 to 5.
So what is your operating hours right now?
Right now,
It's
11
to 3,
11
and
to
then
3.
5 to 10.
5 to
Yeah.
10.
And you've been operating
11
those
to
hours
3.
since the initiation of the contract?
Yes, correct.
4 and 5. So you work your 9 hours, but split, 11 to 3 and 5 to 10.
Yeah. So that's the beginning.
At night, you get more business? I mean, even with parking, people can park at night.
Yeah,
on the street
yeah.
and-
I mean, to be honest, like someday, yes,
Some
yes, we
days.
do. We do have. I'm not complaining.
No, no,
anything,
because
it's just
you had a truck, a food truck, and you were successful with a food truck, right?
But we didn't have a overhead.
I know, but people would still
the
figure out
food truck
parking and
because of the, like
Oh, they have
garden,
the-
you know, like yeah.
The parking from the
mile one way.
Yeah, the my one.
They don't let us use that, nor does the one across from us let us use theirs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes.
So it's just people don't want to come out because it's hot. They don't want to go far.
I understand.
I think
The
yeah.
parking.
So right now, I don't know, but to be honest, we try to.
So we have to decide this now. So you
Right.
can.
Well,
So you can-
again, we don't wanna dig a bigger hole for you.
Yeah.
Where now you owe us 3-4 months on whatever, and
Right.
you're never gonna get out of it. And again,
Yeah.
we have tried to make it so that you guys can be successful, so,
What you can do is you can
Yeah.
motion what you asked and then give them 10 days to
Sure,
decide,
sure.
and then they could, you know,
and
put
today's
it to you in
what, the
writing,
16th?
if they
Today's
accept it, or
16th,
they
yeah.
ask for something
There's
else.
2 weeks left in the month.
Okay.
There's 2 weeks left in the month. Just
A week.
Maybe you can reorganize and see where your
So-
financials are and see, come back and, you know.
This is what I move. I move that we collect the 2 months that they owe us, including the 500 for the grease trap, whatever those expenses are. And because of the discussions that they're thinking of closing or whatever, we just terminate the lease as of November the 1st. They don't owe us anything for 24 and 25. They just owe us the rent that they owe plus the expenses. And that way they can try to find something else and be successful. Right.
And give 'em
And then we would work,
Give 'em-
and let us know in a week, we'll give you a week to think about it and let us know so that we can plan
From
and
today.
close
Next
the
Monday.
restaurant as of November
Today's
1st.
Monday, today's Monday.
Yeah, that gives you guys
The
a
23rd.
chance to get your stuff out, you know, your dishes and all your stuff out.
I
You second?
second
All right,
motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right. We can do that, and that way you guys don't have to worry about all the rent for 24 and 25.
Because I
Because
do-
normally you break it, you don't go with a lease, a commercial lease, and they'll charge you the rent for all those months. And we don't wanna do that to you. We want you guys to try to find something,
Okay.
but we need to get paid.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yes. So Monday.
Well,
So let us know in a week on the 23rd.
who do we contact for that?
Umberto,
Umberto.
whoever is on the property right now, it's being managed by Umberto and the municipal housing staff.
Yes.
So
Can I
if you
get your phone
just-
number, please?
It says 795-5761, but that's my direct line,
795?
5761.
795-5761.
Yeah.
Yes.
5761 is 956, correct?
Yeah.
956.
And there's also, there should be someone in the office, so you could also drop off your response in writing if that's what you know.
Okay.
But there should
I've
be
been
someone.
emailing, I believe, somebody in the office that's there right now.
Manuel Hernandez?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
I
He's,
can
you can do that.
he's with me, you know, in
Yeah.
the municipal housing office, you can do that also.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
All right, guys.
we'll come back with.
Yes, I hope so too, but at this point, I still kind of like want to stay into the end of the year, if anything.
Well,
That's
we would have
what-
to just discuss something
Exactly,
and
yeah.
counter offer what they're saying
Yeah.
and kind of figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that moving forward with that, we'll have to pay them the months that we owe them first before discussing that.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
that's-
let's get you guys current, let's get you guys current,
First, yeah.
current with what's owed, and, you know, if you guys wanna go through the end of the year, we can also talk about that to see.
Yeah, okay, then we'll email you by whenever we make our decision and counter offer.
Okay. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So, there's still no citizen comments or discussion and possible action on financial operations, property status report by the city of Laredo staff, and other matters. Let's continue.
As far as, that's the first item 6, right? So as far as item 6, well, just to let you know, we're still doing repairs, and we've had some, just to let, I think, just to let the board know, I guess. Yesterday, there was an electrical issue, an AP issue in the downtown area. It did affect a couple of buildings, the Hamilton being one. Right now, we are looking into our generator because there was a little
Glitch.
Yeah,
Didn't
it
work.
took a while to turn on, and then when it did turn on, well, before that happened, I think there was some people that had to call 911 that they were stuck in the elevator, but the fire department came in and assessed and helped them. Then, by the time it got to us, I think someone had already called the emergency, the emergency number.
Yeah, the fire department was already there.
Because our supervisor was already aware, so he came down, took a look at it. Of course, if the generator doesn't kick in, then the water pump wasn't generating also, so there was no light or water. It was a cool evening yesterday. It happened, we're thinking it happened somewhere around 3 or 4, and then it came back.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Okay.
It lasted no more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
But,
But it was 2 hours at around 3, okay.
yes, and we're working on getting the repairs for the generator. The generator does work. Maybe it took a little longer to kick in. Maybe there's a, electrical problem. Plus we're trying to contract with somebody to come and do regular maintenance on the generator, which we believe it hasn't been done in years. So, that's gonna have to be done. We've been doing, daily repairs to the AC units, to, we have 4 quarters on a daily basis for clogged drains, lamps that are out, the bulbs from the lamps on the kitchen, they're very, very old. And, we've been replacing those. A lot of the units didn't have, they were not working and they were not being, serviced. So, we're working on the repairs still. 2 of our units, the vacant units are already ready, so we're gonna start looking at the list of the
We had a waiting list.
the waiting list to go ahead and lease them out. There's other 3 units that it should take us about a week and a half to get them ready, so we can.
So you think by November 1st, we'll have another 3, so we'll have
About 5. Yeah, about
Out
5.
of the 20, right?
Yeah.
5 out of the 20 that were,
Yes.
okay.
We had a couple of vacancies though, new vacancies.
Okay. How many?
2.
2. Okay.
As far as the increases on the rents, are we more or less 100%?
Yes.
We still have,
Yes, we are. We already increased all of them, but we need to backtrack on the ones that we work with the Laredo Housing Authority, because there is a contract and a specific date when it starts and it ends.
Okay.
It doesn't start when we started with the increase, which is October the 1st. So we have to go back and check when those increases will become effective.
Okay.
We're going through the list. We're gonna contact Laredo Housing Authority just to make sure, we have the correct information.
Okay.
Cause some of the files are very old, and normally they send a letter when they start, And sometimes they don't get every year, that same letter from Laredo Housing Authority. So we're working on that. But they are like 18 vouchers from Laredo Housing Authority. So we're gonna have to look at those 18 tenants.
But this was the first month that we actually collected the rent, right?
For
So-
October, yes.
So everything ran smoothly there? Well,
Yes, of course, we have people that didn't understand or didn't, they were saying that they were not notified, but they, our understanding from council, they notified everyone, yes, that there was gonna be the increase, several months ago.
Okay, so we're working with those people.
Oh, it's very good. Oh, just going back to the commercial property, I don't know if it has been done or it can be done where we go and inventory what we have in terms of what we own, in case that they terminate the lease. I don't know, tables, chairs,
Everything inside belongs to them.
Everything is
Yeah,
theirs?
Yeah.
Ours is just, I guess, the not even the appliances, just, the hood.
It was basically just like the vent hood and that's it.
And that's pretty much it,
Yeah.
yes.
And then
The
The bar that's there,
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
that's
perfect.
fixed, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
no, so,
Okay, I just wondered.
it's just, yeah.
The only thing is that there was a deposit that was given to Capstone when the lease initiated.
$2,500?
Yeah, it was
2,500?
2,500. So we might just need to go and check what repairs would need to be done when they do move out, against that deposit.
I think we need to be fair, and if there's nothing broken and they don't owe us that, we give them back their.
The only thing is they
Are we
removed
so-
all the tile
Oh, okay.
after we told them not to remove the tile. That had never been approved, but just so the board is aware.
All right, then we'll look.
Y'all can make the
We'll look into that
determination. Yeah, y'all can make the determination at that time.
at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, so I think, as far as operations, those were some of the items that were pending. I don't think there is anything, we are working on the contract, to bring to the board, that would give you the the funds that the city, promised the board. So, we're hoping to finalize it this week, and I'll just, present it to, your board president, Mr. Zuniga, so he can sign it, and then, and we can move forward with that.
So now we're on
Item
seven, discussion and possible action for a memorandum of understanding for the management agreement presented by the board.
So item number 7, first I wanted to show you, and I don't know if you all want to talk first about, so there's an MOU already presented by Johnny Capital, the developer. The MOU is, I presented it to our legal team, so here you have comments from 2 attorneys. So they've basically given us some comments. I also asked to have a meeting with them to discuss this, so I will be sitting down with our attorneys just to make sure that, but some of them are pretty straightforward, questions, that again, I can forward this to Johnny's group and see what his response is. But the reason I hadn't forwarded to them yet was, well, there's 2 things, right? So one is the MOU by the developer, and then the other item that I want to speak to you was the engagement letter for outside counsel. So outside counsel, if you all agree to the outside counsel can also help you in negotiating this MOU. There was some questions on the outside counsel, the engagement letter is there. I also included you an email where, some of the questions that arose from that engagement letter was presented to the outside counsel, and, those were their responses.
So we have 2 things.
Yes.
The
So,
memorandum of understanding and then the outside counsel that we need to look at before we decide.
yeah. Now, like I mentioned, I want to have a meeting I scheduled a meeting on Wednesday with our city attorneys to help us, if we have any questions on the engagement letter, and the MOU. So, I don't know if anybody, I mean, y'all can join us if you want, or you want us, it's gonna be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday at our city legal office. Again, I mentioned 2 of you can join, it just can't be 3.
Just send us an email on that date,
See,
so.
I'll send it to you.
This coming Wednesday?
Yes, it'll be Wednesday at 10. So if 2 of you wanna join us, you can definitely, that way we can ask questions. More importantly, the engagement letter from the legal counsel, I know it comes with a big price tag. So the question was, what will be the process if the tax credit project does not get approved? Because the legal counsel said that their fees can be included in the MOU. So her fees can be included in the agreement with the developer, and at that time, she's part of the development agreement, and at that time, when you close, she gets paid. So the question was, what would be the process if it does not get approved and we don't close? So their response, the legal counsel said the MOU will enter into, okay, sorry, so her response was 2 parts, right? So MOU will enter into with the developer would terminate if the deal cannot close. You would not have any obligations, that's what she responded. And then the second question was, what will be the liability cost to the board? And she says none if the project does not approve. But will the cost, and then the question was, will the cost be part of the developer's group? Sorry, will the cost, okay, this is part of her question. She says none if the project does not approve. But she then asked, will the cost be part of what the developer group has to cover as part of the closing? Yes, we will add this to the MOU if it's already covered. The HFC does not pay our legal fees. The partnership does at closing. So the partnership would be the new partnership you would enter with the developer. This is a case of all the deals with this structure. HFC does not come out of pocket, including if it does not close. It would be the partnership/developer that would pay our fees incurred to the date of the deal terminates. But again, what the question now becomes, I think at the end, we just need to be aware that it says included if it does not close. It would be the partnership/developer. Well, you all will be the partnership. So we just need to make sure that in that partnership, if something falls through, what percentage of that partnership are you all gonna be having to pay for services up to that date? So I think that's gonna be a very important question. Ronnie had mentioned something about the partnership being like a 1% corporation and 99% his development. So we just need to make sure that is specified in the, so that way your liability would only be 1% of the cost incurred. I mean, that, I'm just giving you rough numbers. So those are just some of the things to consider again. If y'all have any other questions, let me know. I mean, y'all can review this, send it to me in an email. If y'all are able to attend on Wednesday, I can definitely bring it up to our legal counsel. And then from there, I think it is beneficial that you all do get outside counsel that has expertise on these type of structures and partnerships.
All right, so we'll review that.
Okay.
The other item we're going to have comes
Sí.
back, I guess, is the ratification of the approval of the property insurance and other matters. The only thing is that I can't vote,
Okay, so we will have to leave it as a standing.
Yeah.
We'll leave it as a
We'll-
standing.
we'll- Yeah, we'll leave it.
Yeah, we'll bring it to the next.
We'll bring it to the next week. Okay. Then I guess if there's no other items, call for motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, and I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Okay.